I am Stephen Davis, Senior Market Strategist, RJO Futures. It's Friday, July 7th. We're here to talk to you about the grain markets. Okay, I get up early in my beautiful home in the southwest suburbs of Chicago, 20 miles from downtown Chicago. Corn and soybeans were lower when I got up this morning. I got to the office and they're higher, so that type of trade mentality. Next week, the forecast, it does look to be hot and dry, and my analysis, perhaps these markets are going to continue to rally. The corn market, okay, we had exports again this morning. They're a little bit disappointing, and really in the last 3 out of the 5 weeks, it's been a little bit lackluster. So we need to see this pickup in corn exports. That's a big part of the demand story for our grain markets. Our first chart today is corn, and you can see we went back and filled the gap from the gap higher opening earlier in the week. So that's good. Many times these markets go back and fill these gaps, so now the corn market can continue to trade higher. Again, we need exports to keep on going. We got a lot of corn to sell to the world, so I'll be talking about that. Okay, the soybean market, and let's face it, this is what's going on here. Is the managed funds are short corn and beans. They're record short soybeans, and soybeans continue to go higher. Our next chart is the daily chart of soybeans. We have not filled that gap earlier in the week in soybeans, so here we are trending higher in the short term. Kind of looks like it continue, but be aware of these charts on your charts and patterns, and it's fun to talk about, and be aware that they're there. At this time of the year, the technicals aren't the driving force, it's weather. And Sunday night weather is going to set the tone for how the corn and beans start next week. Again, it looks a little bit hot and dry to me, so we'll continue talking about that. Export sales in soybeans continue to be stout. Old crop soybeans, very good numbers here this morning. And with South America and all the soybeans they have, that's really, really impressive. Also, Brazil has probably record June shipments of corn to the world this year. I think it's 1.5 million metric tons of corn, so this might be crimping and cutting in on some of our corn business. Okay, the wheat market, our next chart, wheat, and you can see again the bulls in corn and soybeans hope that it trades like the wheat market has. And wheat went back and filled the gap like we've had. And Minneapolis wheat, the spring wheat, that's the protein that's used for bread, this has been leading the rally. And early in the week, we had a 94.5-cent trading range between the low and the high. So you really can't make this stuff up. That's very, very volatile, and be careful trading that market. So again, exports real good this morning in soybeans and wheat, kind of lackluster in corn. We need to see that pick up. And managed funds are still short corn and soybeans. Soybeans are up double digits as we speak, so a little bit of that going on. And we'll bring this in. Sunday night weather will set the tone. And everybody have an excellent weekend.